camera. He pounds his fist. I can do that too. Why is it okay for him and not for me? Is it because he's not talking about another creator? The forbidden topic?
Hi, sportsy girl. My keyboard's
See,
broke,
that-
so I'm having a hard
This
time.
gets really
typing.
good, everyone. I'm telling you, it's going to get really good here in a minute. And then we're going to open up the phone lines.
Firsthand, guys. Do you think they're going to make other arrests? I don't know what's going to happen at this point, Carrie, because with this being said, now we have to know what these 24 things are. We need to know that, okay? It's obviously not redacted. It's been redacted from this part of the form, but we need to find it.
And here's something else to think about. A lot of those spouses work for the city and county as well.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my goodness. A lot of the law enforcement officers' spouses work for the city and county also. Do you know how common that is? Is that a crime? Is there something nefarious about that? What is her point? What does that have to do with this case? The loving, caring people fanning the flames of hate and disdain. You're going to see against an entire community here, you're going to be appalled as what this little fellow is about to say.
well, you know, Fry's wife works for the clerk's office.
Oh my goodness. The Fry's wife works for the clerk's office. And he's going to say there's a conflict of interest. Why? Because she works for the clerk's office? So she's writing motions, she's doing criminal stuff?
She doesn't
She's a
work for
clerk.
She is
She's a
not. She's an
clerk.
auditor. She's an
Right.
auditor. She has nothing to do with
That's
the grand
right.
juries.
She's
or
not even a
court
clerk,
or
she's an
anything.
auditor. I stand correct. That's right. We actually looked it up. We have the evidence. She's an auditor. She's not even a clerk.
Titanium, I don't come to your channel anymore. So don't worry. Hey, bring her up on panel. Bring Tanya up.
Let's get
And there's
through
been
this.
more that we've heard about as well. So this town is run by itself, you guys. It comes from within. And it's not healthy, guys. It is not healthy at all.
It comes from within, everyone.
The town has a very dark, rotting heart.
The town has a very dark, rotting heart. You know why the town has a very dark, rotting heart right now? Because 4 of their residents and their students from the University of Idaho were brutally taken from them. And they had this unbelievable stench hanging around. And they had people like you, Dago, spewing these lies. That's why they have a dark heart. Not because you said they have a dark heart because they're bad people. Unreal. That's not it. It gets better.
As I'll put it, okay? And it's all about itself. It's gonna implode is what's gonna happen.
The town's going to implode.
And what happens in situations like this is that's when, like, a small town like Moscow has all these problems. I know this because I've lived outside of a town that's dealing with the same thing. A small town like this, when the government is corrupt and it doesn't run right, and they find this and they find that out and blah blah blah, that's when the state comes in.
So now Moscow, little towns like this that are corrupt, the state comes in and the state is going to take over. They're going to raid the police department. The Idaho State Police are going to take over and kick their own force out of the police department. They're going to take over. They're going to do a coup d'etat in Moscow. The governor's going to sign off on that because Dago says so. Unreal. Gets better. That's not it.
No, I don't know if that would be such a good thing for Moscow if the state came in, but the state will come in and take over, and they take control of everything. Okay, Molly, no problem.
Oh.
So, yeah, and Coco's right. Yeah, there's people in there holding dual positions. Okay. That's a fact.
There's people holding dual positions. You know why people are holding dual positions? Because they're trying to fill another position, and that person's covering for two positions. And should they be paid for that? Absolutely. They're doing double the work. So until that position gets filled, they're holding dual positions. I did it. That's a crime too. That's corrupt.
It's not cool. And they're paying these people insane amounts of money to do these things. And I even said that Julie Fry should not be in charge of anything that has anything to do with this.
Julie Fry should not be in charge. She's not. She's an auditor. We looked it up. She's not in charge of anything.
This case, you know, selecting the grand jury, being in charge of that or not, or having anything to do with any of the documentation either. I'm just sorry. That's a conflict of interest.
Because Dago says so.
And don't forget about the secret society stuff.
Oh, here we go. The secret society
Sworn
stuff.
secrecy.
Oh my goodness.
Which starts with the frats and the sorority.
The frats and the sororities now. They're all involved in this. We're back to that again. Let's not forget about the secret society stuff. Oh my goodness. This could go on and on. But I want to get where was that one phrase, that one comment that we're looking for? What was it at? 116.
The Greek life.
Brace yourselves, everyone. Wait till you hear this. Back. You ready? Listen up.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I don't know if he was a frat guy, if he was an Idaho guy, whatever. I don't.
So what they're talking about here is, you know, all these people, the locals that grew up there, went to school there, so they're biased or they're crooked because they grew up there. They went to University of Idaho. They became police officers or worked in government or what have you. They're all crooked. He talks about the mayor, but I'm going to bypass all that. You can only imagine. But wait till you hear this. If anyone from Moscow, Idaho is listening to this, you should be pissed when you hear this little man utter these words. It's absolutely disgusting.
Oh no, but why not at this point, you know?
All I can suggest is you guys need to do your homework. Really.
We need to do our homework because they did. They looked up salaries. It's amazing what the fingers can do on a keyboard.
We've been doing a lot.
So important.
Here it comes.
Okay, folks.
Of the Moscow Police Department.
Here we go.
Wait.
I want you to visualize something here. I want you to
visualize everyone.
Well, yeah, me too. Linear has always bugged me too, Crime Solver, and I wondered.
Do I need to go forward a little bit, Kelly? I don't remember.
No, it's right there.
Okay.
Draw right. The town is inbred basically. And
wait. Okay, hold on.
Here we go.
Listen up again.
I want you to visualize something here. I want you to see something.
Visualize this, but listen.
What's in here? Well, yeah, me too. Linear has always bugged me too, Crime Solver, and I wondered Let's draw, right. The town is inbred, basically, in a sense.
The town is inbred, basically.
This is the kind of crap that pissed me off about these people defending them.
Did you hear that, everyone? This little no-neck punk just accused an entire town of being inbred. The entire town of Moscow is a bunch of inbreds.
They're all corrupt too, right?
Bunch of corrupt inbreds. He'll issue an apology tomorrow, I guarantee you, and he'll delete this video, but we have it, and I'll play it again. Dago.